Have you ever noticed how some people always have something negative to say when you start succeeding? Have you ever shared a dream only to be met with doubt, criticism, or subtle discouragement? Why is it that when you decide to step up, to improve, to chase something greater, certain people suddenly have opinions about what you can't do? The truth is, success doesn't just change you, reveals the people around you. It shows you who is truly happy for you and who feels threatened by your growth. It exposes the difference between those who are inspired and those who are insecure. And more often than not, jealousy doesn't come in the form of open hatred. It comes in disguised words, in so-called advice, in small but cutting remarks meant to make you doubt yourself. But here's what you need to understand: what they say about you has nothing to do with you. Their words reflect their own limits, their own fears, their own insecurities, and if you're not careful, you might start believing them. But today, I'm here to tell you, don't. Stay focused. Keep moving. Let your success be the only response you ever need. Jealousy is a tricky thing. It rarely announces itself openly. People don't walk up to you and say, "I'm envious of what you're doing." No, that would be too obvious, too vulnerable. Instead, jealousy hides behind words that sound like wisdom, like concern, like advice. And if you're not careful, you might mistake it for guidance. It usually comes from people who claim to have your best interests at heart. They'll look you in the eye with a serious expression and say, "I just don't want you to get hurt." Or, "Are you sure this is the right path for you?" They may even frame it as experience, saying, "I've seen people try this before and it never works out." At first, it sounds like they care. It sounds like they're trying to protect you. But deep down, there's another motive at play. What they're really saying is, "I don't want to see you get ahead." They don't want you to rise higher than them, to break free from the limits they have accepted for themselves. Because if you prove that success is possible, then they have to face the reality that the only thing holding them back is their own fear. And that's a hard truth to swallow. Jealousy in disguise often comes from people who feel like your success makes them smaller. They may be family members, childhood friends, co-workers, people who have been comfortable with you at a certain level. But now that you're growing, changing, evolving, they feel left behind. And instead of admitting that, they dress their jealousy up as concern. They try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind so that you'll hesitate, so that you'll second-guess yourself, so that you'll stay where they're comfortable seeing you. But here's what you need to remember. Not all advice is meant to help you. Some advice is meant to slow you down. Some advice is meant to keep you from believing in yourself. Some advice is fear in disguise. Fear of your potential, fear of your success, fear of what it might mean if you actually make it. So when someone offers you advice, listen carefully. Pay attention to the energy behind their words. Are they speaking from a place of love and encouragement? Or are they speaking from a place of insecurity and doubt? Are they pushing you forward? Or are they subtly trying to hold you back? The next time someone tells you, "I don't think this is a good idea," or "Are you sure you're ready for this?" ask yourself, is this advice or is this jealousy in disguise? Because the difference between the two can change the course of your future. There is a fundamental difference between people who uplift and those who tear down. Small minds focus on criticism, nitpicking flaws, and pointing out why something won't work. Great minds, on the other hand, focus on possibility, on solutions, on what can be done instead of what can't. Criticism from small minds often comes with an air of superiority. They look at someone who is trying to achieve something, whether it's starting a business, chasing a dream, or simply improving their life, and they immediately search for what's wrong. They say things like, "That's not realistic," or "You don't have what it takes." They point out problems without offering solutions. They look for reasons why someone should fail rather than encouraging them to succeed. This kind of negativity doesn't come from wisdom. It comes from insecurity. People who are truly confident in themselves, who are truly happy with their own lives, don't feel the need to tear others down. They don't waste their energy trying to discourage someone else because they are too busy building something of their own. But small minds, they are often stagnant. They don't take risks. They don't step outside their comfort zone, so they resent those who do. Great minds, however, move differently. When they see someone with ambition, they recognize the courage it takes to go after something bigger. They don't see competition, they see potential. They ask, "How can I help?" instead of, "Why would you even try?" They share knowledge, they encourage growth, and they celebrate the success of others because they understand that someone else's success does not diminish their own. The biggest difference between small minds and great minds is vision. Small minds are stuck in the past, rehashing old failures, clinging to old limitations. Great minds, however, look to the future. They see opportunity where others see obstacles. They believe in progress, in innovation, in pushing beyond what has been done before. They understand that the world does not move forward by staying in place. It moves forward because of the people who dare to dream, who dare to try, who dare to inspire. So when you encounter criticism, ask yourself, is this coming from a small mind or a great mind? Is this person trying to tear me down, or are they trying to lift me higher? Because the voices you choose to listen to will shape the path you take. Surround yourself with great minds, with people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, who see your potential even when you don't. And most importantly, choose to be one of those great minds. Instead of criticizing, encourage. Instead of doubting, uplift. Instead of tearing down, build. Because in the end, the true measure of a person is not how many people they have discouraged, but how many people they have inspired. Success is a powerful thing. It has the ability to inspire, to open doors, and to create opportunities not just for the person achieving it, but for those around them. However, success also has a way of exposing insecurities in others. It shines a light on those who have settled, those who have chosen comfort over growth, and those who secretly wish they had the courage to chase their own dreams. When you start succeeding, whether in your career, your personal growth, or even in your mindset, you will notice a shift in how some people treat you. The ones who once supported you when you were on their level may suddenly become distant, critical, or even resentful. Why? Because your success reminds them of everything they could be doing but aren't. It forces them to confront their own choices, their own fears, and their own limitations. The truth is, people who are secure in themselves will never feel threatened by someone else's success. They will celebrate with you, cheer you on, and find motivation in your achievements. But those who have unaddressed insecurities will see your success as a mirror reflecting back their own doubts and regrets. Instead of using it as inspiration, they turn to resentment. It often starts subtly. Someone who used to encourage you now downplays your achievements. They say things like, "It's not that big of a deal," or "Anyone could do that." Maybe they joke about your hard work, saying, "You think you're better than us now?" when all you've done is put in the effort to grow. Sometimes they may even try to undermine you, spreading doubt or negativity in an attempt to shake your confidence. But here's what you need to remember. Their reaction has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Your success didn't create their insecurity, it just revealed what was already there. It exposed the fears they've been running from, the dreams they've abandoned, and the excuses they've been making for why they're not where they want to be. This is why you must stay focused. You cannot dim your light just to make others feel comfortable. You cannot shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold you. The people who truly belong in your life will rise with you, not resent you for growing. So don't be discouraged by those who are uncomfortable with your success. Instead, use it as confirmation that you're on the right path. Because when you start triggering insecurity in others, it means you're doing something right. It means you're stepping into your power, pushing past limitations, and becoming the person you were meant to be. And if your success makes someone else uncomfortable, that's not your problem to fix. Keep going, keep growing, keep shining. Because the right people will see your success as proof that they too can rise. People will always have something to say. When you start chasing your dreams, stepping outside of the box, or pushing beyond what's expected, you'll hear all kinds of opinions. Some will support you, some will doubt you, and some will outright try to discourage you. But here's what you need to remember. Their words are a reflection of their limits, not yours. When someone tells you, that's impossible, what they're really saying is, I don't believe I could do that. When they say, you're wasting your time, what they mean is, I would be too scared to try. And when they laugh at your dreams, it's because deep down, they gave up on their own. People speak from their own experiences, their own beliefs, and most importantly, their own fears. If someone has never seen success in their own life, it's hard for them to believe it's possible for someone else. If they've been conditioned to play it safe, to never take risks, they'll try to project that same caution onto you. They're not necessarily trying to hurt you many times, they think they're protecting you. But they're only protecting you from what they fear, not from what is actually possible. Imagine if every great innovator, every successful entrepreneur, every history maker had listened to the doubts of others. Imagine if they had accepted someone else's limits as their own. We would have no groundbreaking inventions, no powerful movements, no remarkable achievements. The people who change the world are the ones who refuse to let other people's small thinking define their potential. So when someone doubts you, don't take it personally. Understand that their words are coming from their own worldview. They are speaking from their own past failures, their own disappointments, their own conditioning. But you are not them. You have your own path, your own purpose, your own limitless potential. If you listen to those who doubt, you will start to doubt yourself. If you absorb their fears, you will start to hesitate. And hesitation is what kills dreams. Instead, choose to listen to those who see your potential, those who challenge you to grow, those who encourage you to aim higher. Because in the end, the voices you listen to will shape your future. So the next time someone tells you that you can't do something, smile. Because what they really mean is they don't believe they can do it. And that has nothing to do with you. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep proving to yourself what is possible. Because the only limits that matter are the ones you refuse to accept. Distractions are everywhere. When you start working towards something great, whether it's building a business, developing a skill, or changing your life, people will have opinions. Some will cheer you on, some will doubt you, and some will actively try to bring you down. But the truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to argue with critics, prove yourself to doubters, or defend your dreams to those who refuse to see your vision. The best response is always progress. When you engage with negativity, you waste time and energy that could be used to build. Every moment spent defending yourself is a moment not spent improving yourself. People who don't believe in you are not looking for proof, they are looking for reasons to be right about their doubts. They are waiting for you to stumble so they can say, I told you so. And if you focus too much on their voices, you might start to believe them. That's why focus is your greatest weapon. When you stay locked in on your goals, when you keep showing up day after day, the noise around you starts to fade. The same people who laughed at you in the beginning will watch in silence as you rise. The ones who doubted you will suddenly be asking how you did it. The ones who tried to distract you will have no choice but to watch as you surpass every expectation they placed on you. Success is not about proving people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about knowing deep inside that you were meant for more and refusing to settle for anything less. It's about showing up even when no one believes in you. It's about putting in the work even when no one is watching. It's about understanding that real results don't come from words, debates, or validation from others. They come from relentless action. There will be moments when people try to pull you into their negativity. They will criticize, they will gossip, they will spread doubt. Some will even try to make you feel guilty for wanting more out of life. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're being unrealistic. They'll try to plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind. But that's not your burden to carry. Your only job is to keep going. People will talk, but talk does not build success. Talk does not create opportunities. Talk does not make dreams a reality. Action does. Hard work does. Dedication does. And the more you focus on that, the less the opinions of others will matter. The strongest statement you can make is to continue pushing forward. The loudest response you can give is undeniable success. Let them say what they want. Let them watch. Let them wonder. At the end of the day, the people who doubt you, criticize you, or try to hold you back are only revealing their own fears and insecurities. Their words are not a reflection of your abilities, but of their own limitations. Jealousy often disguises itself as advice. Small minds focus on tearing down rather than building up. And success will always trigger insecurity in those who are unwilling to chase their own dreams. But none of that is your concern. Your focus should be on your growth, your journey, and your vision. You do not need to explain yourself, argue with critics, or seek approval from those who refuse to see your potential. The only response you need is action. The only validation you need is progress. And the only way to silence doubt is with undeniable success. So keep going, keep building, keep believing in yourself even when others don't. Because in the end, the noise will fade, the critics will quiet down, and the only thing that will remain is the reality of what you have accomplished. Let your success speak for itself. Let your results be the proof. And let your journey be a testament to what is possible when you refuse to let anything or anyone hold you back.